Hey Marco, good to see you. It's been the season. We're deep into this tourney. This is show number three, day number three. To me, it felt like a Sunday with all the day games. The only game still going on is San Diego at home against Arizona, but we're starting to see some developments and some things are starting to crystallize and become clear. Are you getting used to that piped in crowd noise?
Yeah, well, I mean, I enjoyed it today watching a little bit of the Orioles game. They came back and tied the series 1-1, so they haven't written their exit strategy just yet from the tournament, and they somehow managed to quiet the piped-in crowd noise, which was interesting to me. I'm curious, and I think that how that all works, and I
I
think that
do.
our audience will probably want to know something about that.
I do. I know all about the piped in crowd noise, but you hit on two particular issues that I think are absolutely hilarious. The first is that teams, a couple teams saved their season today. If they were 0-2, they're done. So Baltimore saved their season at least for a few hours, and the Angels saved their season, and Kansas City saved their season, and the Giants saved their season. So are we seeing that in a normal baseball season, a team's going to win 60 games, team's going to lose 60 games, and that's the difference. But they're
The sort of angle. That's
right,
pretty much
right,
what
right.
it is.
So in a 60 game season, is everybody going to win 20 no matter what and lose 20 no matter what?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm sticking fast with my 12 or 13 for the Cubs. I don't see them winning 20. I don't see this is a tournament. It's not a season, so I don't even want to use any rationale at all that we would normally use on a season. There's different rules. There's different awards. You
At least given
know,
by us.
it's exciting in its own way, but it's not. There's no way to make any parallels, even as these people say, 3 wins, a win is like 3 wins, etc. There's no parallels because we got different rules. It's a different game. Just as a side, I can't let you go past the Halos and me being an Oriole family and seeing Bundy, what he did. And 7 strikeouts, 1 earned run. He threw 90. I remember Madden saying that he thought that Cotton Candy Haney, and Haney looked good, but that he thought he was the bull of the rotation. You might find out that Bundy would be the bull of the rotation. I haven't seen any of them in the shower, but I think Bundy might be the bull of that
he,
Halos
he,
rotation.
he was strong today. I watched that. He got over 93. He mixed in
He
the
did.
pitch as well. He didn't he didn't break a sweat, man. He was grooving. He was grooving. So was Oakland's pitcher Manea. Is that how you pronounce it, Manea?
I mean, you got to go with what you got to go with. I mean, we already mixed up pronunciations of the groom, but now we know it's the groom.
the groom.
And let's just say Menea. Let's say Menea, just for the heck of
right.
it.
So
Menea.
yeah, teams salvaged their season, but you pointed out how the O's on the road really silence the piped in crowd noise. And so how does that
It was amazing to my ears. Yes, I was.
right?
I mean, there
The
was this
fake
build
crowd.
up, and then I got lost, and I forgot that there were no fans there, and I was excited, and I was like, wow, they really silenced this. And I paused for a second. Oh, fake crowd noise, and all
They
I could imagine
silence
was
the fake crowd.
how they did it. I mean,
Right.
my first thought, right, as how my brain works, is that there's a person in full, Red Sox garb behind a curtain like the wizard working knobs, and maybe watching from a monitor, or maybe someone watching live, or even maybe someone from their ratty apartment in Boston, doing the sound at will. But that seems like that would be leave too much to temptation for, you know. A little buffoonery, maybe a little trickery. So you tell me how it works. Tell our fans.
Yeah, here's how it works. It's all on an iPad. It's just an iPad that has over 70 particular sounds, noises that Major League Baseball worked with Apple and obviously some sort of app to give to the sound guys. So the sound guy used to be just you hit the button, whatever the rally
Pretty
might
good
be.
work, man.
Right.
Just as an aside, could we use you to introduce the COVID corner for the music? You know, because you seem to have a good rhythm there with the da 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 da. Go ahead.
We are on a shoestring budget. We'll take whatever kind of.
I just like the way you did it. You were perfectly on key.
Once
So they got the iPad, and you're saying there's different sounds?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I interrupted.
So it's absolutely become an art form. These guys practiced and they trained. And now they're like experts, and they will be out of a job when the virus goes away.
Okay, and so what kind of sort of monitoring do they have? I mean, how do they not like do stuff that could be like right in the middle of the bat, like do like pick number 62, and, you know, like right in the key moment when the guy's trying to like lay down a bunt or get a hit?
These are trained professionals. They're artists. They're not gonna go out of key.
How about that? But they do it on purpose because they want the home team. Like you never know. You might get you got to get a rogue guy in there, and he starts jacking up the volume, messing with the players.
I think
maybe he pipes it into dughouses and clubhouses. I mean, what is it?
Oaths of loyalty to the game.
But sorry.
Oaths of loyalty to the game. It is
oaths of loyalty to the game and to the horn of Yahweh. All right, so I know we got to move on, but I just want to say 70 doesn't seem like a lot of different choices. In fact, it's only about a third of the different gender identities you have on Facebook. All right, let's move on, man, because I got to get paid this week.
So 70, we'll have to start keeping track. But Cobb was beautiful today. As good as Bundy was, Cobb was incredible. He was painting the corners. His first start in like 20 years, back from all the injuries.
Yes,
how about that?
Like it. Yeah, it was a joy. His commit. I mean, to see someone. Now I know we're in a tournament and there's no parallels, but it's the beginning of the tournament. So there is some parallel to the beginning of a tournament and the beginning of the season. And command is never what even the best of the aces want at the beginning of anything, tournament, match, or a season. And even a swim meet, you don't have good command at the very beginning of a swim meet. But this guy had command, like you said, and he's not cooking it up there too much. I think he's coming in at 92 on his heater. He's known for his split, his knuckle curve, I think, or I think it's a split changeup, actually.
Yeah, it's the split.
Can you explain both of those pitches to me? Because I never understood a knuckle curve, because there's not supposed to be any spin on a knuckle curve.
Right,
so
it's kind of float a little bit, and
and then automatically the spin kicks in.
Yeah, you got it. Try to hit that puck.
Yeah, no, I know a regular knuckleball has no spin and it dances, but I never knew what a knuckle curve was.
It's more over the top. Instead of like this, it's like that. It's still.
I understand I just understand what it does, but I thought I would use your expertise to explain to me if a curveball has got spin and a knuckleball has no spin, what's the spin on a knuckle curve?
There shouldn't be much spin on the knuckle curve. It should kind of just float in its trajectory.
Just enough spin that it could still technically be within the realm of being a knuckleball.
And the grip. And
okay.
If there's any fans out there who disagree with our analysis, send us an email to picks4sticks, that's number 4, sticks, STICKS, like the regular sticks, and that's at gmail.com, and let us know your perspective. You like that?
Yeah, he's an off-speed guy, and I think maybe it's the split change that just drops off the table. We don't need to explain that. We know what that is. And
did you see Duvall's homer today?
I did not. Tell me about it.
So he's in the.
Go ahead.
This pitch comes in and he smashes it, line shot deep into right field, where it clears the fence. and smashes right into the cardboard cutout of a dog.
Of a dog?
A dog. A dog.
Oh,
You got to see
man.
this replay. It's just a smash. Instead of the cardboard cutout of a fan, the Mets, I think it was McNeil's dog. Cardboard cutout of his dog. I mean, come on. It was a line shot that creamed the dog right in its face. And it was just delightful.
Did any clowns fall into water after that happened?
What?
Did any clowns fall into a well of water and the cardboard got hit? I mean, just to keep with our tournament and carnival theme. How to get that in there?
It was a carnival dunk. You know, no dog was hurt. The cardboard cutout wasn't even hurt. But because there were no fans there and he was the visiting team, the sound guy didn't pipe in the crowd noise so you can hear the thunk of the
Yeah, I got to see that. I like the thunk, and that's one reason I don't like the crowd noise as much as you. And I think most people might have heard this, but there are some kitschy ideas going on around where you could spend some money to put your own cardboard cutout there, and if it gets hit by a home run or a foul, you win some prizes.
Or you get the ball or something.
Or you get the ball, a COVID-infested ball.
Have you seen the cardboard? The cardboard. Have you seen the? Have you seen the cardboard cutouts in Tampa Bay?
I haven't noticed them.
They're hilarious. Whoever's in charge of doing the cutouts obviously was either not getting paid for it or was on overtime. And so like I'm like the cardboard cutout, it's just like kind of a box around. It's not even like cut around. It's just fine. Here's your fucking day.
That was in Tampa. That's hilarious. So they just what was that like? Did they do that as like a project for children at schools, or they didn't really have a professional? Yeah, the ones I've seen have been pretty good and
professionally carved. Like
professionally carved,
like perfectly.
Yeah.
But no, in Tampa they just were like. Although they'll probably fix that. They had.
Yeah, why not? Why that seems a practical move. Instead of doing it all at once and having professionals do it shitty, and then come back and then like get some old Italian guy with a chisel out there to try to make it perfect in the form. Okay, yeah. I don't think they'll fix them. But go ahead.
I'd like to do a little rant right now. A little rant, something that's actually annoying me a little bit, and it isn't the automatic runner on second for extra innings, which we saw our first automatic runner yesterday. And
yeah, we got to talk about that. I mean, that was the history. And just real quick, it's clear that Ohtani is not even going to be in a runner-up for that.
Right.
He's runner on second award. He looked like a doofus, whatever the hell that means.
But it wasn't his fault. The issue was that the batter wasn't bunting. If you get a guy on second with no outs, in extra innings, you bunt him over to third. It's a guy on third, one out, and you bring him in. It's small ball. The whole nature of the extra innings is to advance the guy to home by base to base. This is basic baseball. But here's the problem: none of these guys we know for the last 20 years have been interested in moving runners over. Or
even knowing how to lay down a sacrifice bunt. We don't even know if they could technically do it.
Right, and so baseball, in order to speed up the game, has brought in a system that we really can appreciate now that we see it just a couple times. The players aren't really designed or interested in doing. So I think we need to adjust the automatic runner on second. We need to adjust it. And why can't you adjust the rule mid-season? I mean, they didn't even announce fucking playoff teams until halfway through the third inning of game number 1. So I think we changed the rule. It's not a guy on – and look, I'm not saying this is a good thing. I'm saying we're just adjusting what it is. And so –
Spit it out.
And so I want to not see a guy on second with no outs. I want a guy on third, 1 out. And that's how you begin the – extra inning.
Well, that's actually not even funny. That's actually a good
it's a rule. Yeah, no, the rule is you fuckers aren't gonna engage in the proper baseball technique. We've designed a situation that requires you engage in the technique. You won't and can't do it. So the nature of the execution is to move the guy to third, the sacrifice bunt. So we'll put a guy on third, but the defense gets one out.
It's a great idea. And it's actually a little bit of satire. And if Bob Costas is listening and hasn't had a heart attack, he just did, because I mean this whole bastardization of the game has looked to him like probably putting a tube top on the Mona Lisa with her nipples coming through the tube top. So now you saying instead of players, athletes adjusting to the traditions of the game and learning how to lay down a sacrifice bunt, you're going to adjust to these prima donna players, all who have a big upswing, so they can get the height and the homers and the money, and they don't want to learn how to do small ball. Let's adjust to them. And I think it's not only a practical rule, but there's a bit of satire that I see and that I think comes through in that. And bravo.
But I think the inning must begin with the guy in the batter's box, and the sound guy goes with like a crack of the bat, and the guy has to run to third, and then the inning can begin. I think that's how it's got to begin. You just don't walk out.
Okay, well, that concludes a new segment, Michael's Rant. That was good.
I don't know if you noticed today, but did you see Rizzo over at first base for the Cubs? He had some hand sanitizer and he was spritzing it on the guy's.
He probably saw the show.
Yeah,
he probably saw the show. He probably saw the corner. Yeah,
Dr. Doug called in and said, "You guys must have some pretty important viewership because he must have the COVID corner." So thank you, Dr. Doug, on that.
Thank you, Dr. Doug. DD from the CC.
And a special shout out to Michael Collins, who really has enjoyed the episode so far. And he emailed in with a suggestion for an award, but not for baseball, for us. He wants us to have a most loyal fan award. And so far, Mr. Collins, you are winning that award hands down. The most loyal
fan award. I'm going to make a note of that so we can remember if there's anybody that overtakes Collins. Michael Collins, our most loyal fan. So nice. Dr. Doug, I can't wait till we get those graphics shipped in when we can have the Dr. Doug's logo bouncing up anytime we mention him or we go to the corner. They're shipped. They're on their way, the logos.
They are.
And the graphics. Not the logos, the graphics. The graphics are on their way.
So you get Nancy to get any money in action on these games, or is it?
Here's what I think, and I'm excited, and I'm going to be real concise here. By Monday, the playoffs are pretty much going to be settled, and the eliminations from the tournament are going to be settled. Yeah. So I think a lot of people that are doing this that are fans. I have a neighbor here that's got his Braves flag out. People are very.
Wait! I have to stop you there.
It's a huge, giant flag that he puts out. He takes his New Orleans Saints flag off, even though, he's from Florida and lives in Maryland, and then he puts on his Braves flag, and it's one of those giant flags as big as this room here, my office, and I think fans as rowdy and as excited as my neighbor, whose name actually is Mark. I think that once they know that their teams are eliminated, I'm not saying the Braves are eliminated, but once the writing's on the wall, they're going to start not just watching baseball for their teams. They're going to start laying down some dough. So I think the fact that this tournament is pretty much going to be decided by Monday, that I think more people are going to stay involved in baseball by watching our show and laying down plays.
Well, I'll tell you, that makes sense to me. And I really liked what I saw from a number of teams today. Like I like what Colorado's doing. I like what Houston's doing. I'm starting to get a sense of what Detroit is actually trying to accomplish this year. I need to see another couple of times through these offensive rotations, see what they do Sunday. But I think we're going to have some plays here pretty soon. It was nice to see Philadelphia snap to life.
Well, I mean, Wheeler, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just interesting to see that San Francisco holds on to their win. There are going to be some parallels. There will be. Today felt like a Sunday. The parallel may be Saturdays are the new Sundays. Sundays may be the new Tuesdays. Tuesdays may be the new Fridays.
Don't say it. Don't say it. I don't have to give out any prizes. Don't say what I think you're going to say.
I'm not going there. I'm just saying
Don't say the new
shifting of the days. Well, think about it. If you're throwing more relievers and it's earlier in the year, you're not giving guys days off on Sundays. Look at all the scratches so far. I'm thinking Sundays may be more like Saturdays. Saturdays felt more like Sundays. I think we're going to get into a regular ebb and flow, and so the handicapping styles of Sundays may be applicable on Saturdays, while Fridays might
okay,
be.
so you're starting to get deep into the theories and
it's all kind of
into the Driggs analysis that really is part of the minutia of your algorithms and your techniques and handicapping. And I like to see that. Here's a segment I like to call sponsors that we would really love to have. Butcher Box. That's your fruit. I don't know if it's coming in. Can't see that at all.
So maybe
anyway, I saw you have one item in your kitchen that's just a freezer from ceiling to floor full with Butcher Box meat. Butcher Box, a sponsor that we would love to have. Okay, that's that segment.
Yeah. Yesterday we tried to get Purell. Today we're trying for Butcher Box. We mean business here. We're doing serious stuff.
Okay, so those we've thrown that out there, and we do love Butcher Box.
Yeah, and Purell.
And Purell, but not together.
Just here's tomorrow. Sunday's games, 10 a.m. starts. San Francisco and the Dodgers are back at it for the night game.
Let me interrupt. Can I interrupt? Because I'm a guy again. I'm a guy that sometimes, and it's fun to gamble this way. I'm not quite as scientific as you, but I'm a guy that can have fun with betting, doing old lady bets and betting with his heart. And I'm a big Halos fan, as you know. I want to know what maybe it's too close to home, but what is your feeling about Ohtani on the hill tomorrow? His games are Sundays Showtime. What are your feelings about that game? I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm interested in that game.
Well,
the momentum for a team that I love.
So let's go back to last night. Last night he makes the final out in the ninth inning when they had guys on, right, swinging at crap.
He looks goofy,
and then he's out at second base to start the 10th, and he's got a big lead. He runs the wrong way. He's goofy. His mind isn't there. Why isn't his mind there? Because he's focused on taking the mound. This is a guy who's focused on taking the mound.
That's what I
expect 3 great pitches from him, at least the first 3 pitches, and then who knows what condition his arm is. So I think he's going to start strong, very strong.
Not 3 types of pitches throughout his performance, but just 3 pitches. In pitch
the first 3 pitches, he's the pop. I don't know how strong he is. He hasn't pitched in a year and a half. I know his mind is on it. I expect him to come out dealing, but by pitch 4.
Okay, well,
by pitch 4.
I'm just trying to give the audience some insight onto how you handicap, because it's not just crunching the numbers, which you're, like I said, you're a maven at, but it's how you can get into the mind of the player and
psychology and understanding the way they're thinking.
Understanding and psychology is a big part of your handicap.
Yeah, exactly. You got to break down.
You're good at that. You come from client stock, with that.
Yeah, I teach AP psychology.
Well, also, you're go ahead.
But, no, tomorrow is the big day. I don't think there's any excuses for, after another full slate of games on Sunday, not being willing to lose some money by Monday. And anybody not willing to put money in action by Monday is being a little too careful. They're looking for excuses not to get in there. But one more day, watch these teams, break it down. You've seen the first 3 guys in rotation. I understand if you want to wait till the number 4s and 5s have gone, so you've seen everybody throw one time. I get it, especially as you get a little deeper into the into the rotations. But nah, Monday you got to have some action. You got to start to get in there. It doesn't have to be big, but you gotta get that fire going. I mean, these guys are out there performing.
Are you talking? So you're talking for Monday's games. You got to have action.
I think so. If you're
you do. So people that email us are going to start getting some picks from you Sunday night.
Well, that's a different story. Picks are official plays that people expect to be at a certain level of caliber and analysis, and just throwing money out for entertainment because you're really trying to warm up a little bit and get some cash in action is a lot different than giving out a premium selection pick.
Okay, so we're not at the premium selections just yet.
So I'm happy to mail out the picks, and just with the warning of these are not premium plays, but we haven't classified. All right. Yeah, we haven't classified levels of plays, and nobody's paying for them per se. We're not charging. Just send us an email to picks4sticks@gmail.com. Subscribe to the video, hit the bell icon, get the video sent to you, and enjoy the Major League Baseball season with us. Nightly, we're gonna
tournament.
Major League tournament.
Not a season. They have permanent runners on second base and permanent DHs. It's not a season.
It's not. Toronto doesn't even have a home. So, any final comments on today's action or what to look forward to tomorrow, Marco?
I just to make it clear, I think we're getting close to what people are. I mean, hopefully they enjoy our banter and talking about the tournament and our different segments as they develop. But I'm excited, and I think people are going to start getting excited about you really getting us really. But it's really you. Let's be honest, with your genius and the maven that you are. And I'm going to explain that yes, this is a serious handicapper. And it's going to be pretty soon where they're going to be getting those premium picks. All they have to do is send an email, as Michael said. All you have to do is send an email. Send your emails. You're not getting the premium picks just yet, but they're coming, and they will always be free.
Well, at least for the baseball tournament, this tournament. Yeah. And then we may have to pay people to take our picks.
Our picks are free, man. That's the way it's going to be.
Of course.
And just remember, soon to be sponsored by Butcher Box and Purell.
And tomorrow we'll have another non-sponsor sponsor.
Yes, and I think that's it. I'm glad the segments are starting to gel, and I like the Michael Driggs rant segment.
Right on. Enjoy your night. Man. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Good night, Michael.